Galileo, Galileo, Galileo. What do you do in the evening when you don't know what to do? Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above, look, look, look at those sweeties love, oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do, any old night, when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kissing and walk again, talk, talk, kissing and talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
thank you for not leaving. Awesome. Oh, oh, that's oh, what the hell? Yes.
All right. Now they
Welcome
can
to
hear me
hell,
too.
everybody. Hey, Keith.
All
I know
these things.
WTF question mark. I know.
What
I
the fuck?
understand.
That's just what we're
It's been
doing.
a
There's
W.
no talking tonight. It's us just sitting here in
It's
silence.
just a stream. Oh, I was having issues beforehand, and apparently we came on stream, and yeah, yeah. Can you hear James now?
Yeah,
I'm just talking to
I can
myself.
see my audio moving. So what happened was Windows pushed an update, and for whatever reason, every time it updates, all of my Streamlabs microphone and audio settings get jacked up because I'm running. Basically, what you guys are hearing is going through two computers. And for whatever reason, when the one computer updates, it completely screws with my capture card. It's a whole thing.
It's amazing we actually made it on tonight. Quite honestly, folks.
It really is. It
Between
really is, man.
between my issues prior right before the show to me having to finagle being on the show to Windows updates and can't even blame Bill Gates anymore because he's not even part of it. He's like, fuck all this noise.
What's up, John? Hey, Keith. Since you couldn't hear
Hey,
us
sir.
before.
Yeah, hey Keith. For the third or tenth time, we're not sure. Waiting for my big lots to get there. Jimmy. Oh, hey Keith, I tell you what. I should just send them directly to you at some point. But you're doing all these fantastic video walkthroughs, and our pop shelf here, one of only two in Florida, but they're Halloween stuff out. It's more kitschy stuff, like little foo-foo on the table, diddy do stuff, but they've got some cute stuff. I took some pictures. Yeah, I see. I've been meaning to like actually send them to you because I'm not gonna do a walkthrough of Pop Shelf because it'd be like whoop whoop done.
So Keith
Not too
always
much
says
glitter.
hi, hiya, Patty to IC. So is IC's name Patty? Like, should we call you Patty, or do you want to just call you IC?
I like I see. I've been doing that for
Stick with what we
oh,
know.
it's whatever. It's whatever. Post the pics and cobs. Oh yeah yeah yeah. Shit. I will do that. I fucking. I'm dude. Y'all have been just balls to the wall for weeks now with all kinds of things going on, projects, and I forget that Facebook almost exists sometimes.
Yeah, I'm kind of all
I will
over the
do that.
place myself because, I've got my surgery on Monday. My daughter just had all her wisdom teeth removed
Ooh.
yesterday. So it's and I had to take my mom to the airport. Um, she go out to Vegas.
Nice. She needs to go. She needs to go. See Reggie.
I know, right?
Ooh. How are y'all all doing? Y'all having technical fun too, or is technical? I will, Keith. When we get off the stream and I you call it a night with James, I'll post those pictures. It's cute. It's cute stuff. I bought something for my parents. Like every year, I'll buy them something new from somewhere for Halloween, like a Halloween gift. As soon as I find something I like, and they had this cute little. You probably see it on the pictures. Little tabletop thing that said Halloween. It's carved out of wood. Little skull with some flowers on it. Something cute. So I'll definitely post those in cobwebs tonight before I go to bed, or I take 2 Tylenol, and before I forget to do it. Uh, I think. Let's see if there's any relevant news to tell y'all. How damn live chat.
Hey,
I've
Trevor.
missed.
I
Hey,
I
Trevor. I have missed
haven't seen anything this week, honestly. A whole lot of nothing.
either one. Freaking YouTube took me off of live chat, put me on that whatever the hell that I missed half of everything.
Like the top chat or whatever.
Yeah, stupid technology tonight. Did you see my spirit pictures? You know, I don't, I haven't seen. Cool. I know, Trevor, I'm just kind of catching up here. Okay, cool. Uh, yeah, Keith, I'll post those tonight. I will for sure post those tonight. Um, and I'll put down where it was at, Pop Shelf. Which, of course, for anybody that wasn't around when I was describing what Pop Shelf was, Pop Shelf is owned by Dollar General, and it's Dollar General trying to get away from their ultra ghetto look, like changing everything, and everything in the store is either no more than $5 or less. The Pop Shelf here is a really nice store, and they put it in where there was a Dollar General that was getting pretty janky, pretty janky. Um, I was. Oh, might have to drive in 10 minutes. That's cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know, our Dollar General. Maybe okay. I'm glad to know that it's just everywhere. Our Dollar Generals here, just you can't step into one and it's not. We have a brand new Dollar General, 3 or 4 minutes drive from my house. And when it was built, I'm like, sweet. And now it's like literally like all you find like meth pipes and needles and the inside of in the
Jesus.
asphalt on the on the outside, and they don't pick it up. They don't have one of those sweeper things coming through. They keep all their cardboard just piled up on the side of the building, and the inside is shit. And the people that work there, I mean, I swear to God, I think the last time I was in there was a manager. She was like 6'3", and I think she was a manager, and she was wearing like Daisy Dukes. I'm not even joking. It was just, I'm sure, like maybe Keith or Vic would have all kinds of funs with it, but I don't want to go into a store where somebody's crotch riding shorts trying to check me out. I literally was like, "I'll check myself out. Thank you very much. If you just step aside, please." Thank God I was wearing a mask. But
That's weird.
it was just
Our Dollar General is actually pretty fucking nice. Like it's really well maintained, and they always have
I'm
like new stuff and like shit that you can't even find other places.
I'm sure it's up north. They're probably pristine, but here in the South, I
Well, the
mean,
South is
the
like, well, yeah, I can't even say that because Baltimore is like the heroin capital of the world.
yeah, total Amazon. Was she hot? Um, no. No, no, no. She shouldn't have been wearing Daisy Dukes
Uh,
or been in that store or be in retail or leave her house. Anything you do with an Amazon is well, you know what, Keith? You come drive on down. I tell you what, if she's still working and you make it down next year, I'll personally take you to that store and drop you off, and I'll give you a couple dollars. You buy yourself some Dollar General chips and what have you.
buy yourself some Dollar
It
General
was
chips.
Clover Valley chips. It was just so unnecessary. I mean, in general, hot, not hot, guy, girl, don't no. You're in an air conditioned building. Don't I don't need to see you in a Dollar General employee. Wear some thin slacks if you're that hot, as in warm. By the way, that was just. I mean, really, days. Oh, I just it was. Yeah, and the whole store is just uncapped, and it's just. But all of our Dollar Generals here, they just. This one had promise at the beginning, but I'll go to Pop Shop. Everything that I would buy at Dollar General, like my beloved new peanut butter, I can buy it at Pop Shelf. Other than that, I can go to hell. I'll go to Walmart. I won't. Hell, even the Dollar Tree, which is now a dollar and a quarter tree, um, the brand spanking new one that's like 6 7 years old. It got terrible. They finally pressure washed the outside of the building because literally, the entire front of the building was covered in mildew, like for real, like green.
That's crazy, dude. Ours is like just perfect.
Good thing about Pop Shelf is I think it has to stay. It's gonna have to stay pristine. Whoops, and broke it. Can we add her to the haunt? She would work very well. If I thought I could put her in a FedEx box, I'd send her up to you, Sean. I'd ship her to you, literally as is. Like literally, just like I would say, Sean, this I'm sending you this person to you exactly how she was working at Dollar General. You'd be like, oh, well, you don't even need makeup. Here's your vape pen. Go stand in that corner. But yeah, total side note. Not a lot of haunt news. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing a lot of haunts posting their open times either, which is very interesting. I'm wondering if some of them are waiting till last minute to figure out if they've got the money to open up X amount of days or whatever. What am I seeing a lot of? Oh, Spirit Halloween. People getting moist that Spirit Halloween is opening.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's everywhere.
Our I think I told y'all last week, our Spirit Halloween is opening up right in a public shopping center in an old small Planet Fitness. I'm actually because it's much close. It's easier for me to get to than the other one where it has been for several years, and I could just go to Publix, get a few things, go to. Yeah, it's something I can actually would be a worthwhile trip. I may go in there and pee all over the masks or something. I don't know. I'm kidding. James, or
What's that?
anything interesting? Any news on your end? Seeing anything interesting on the webs?
Mm, not really. Like I said, dude, it's been crazy for us. I heard Olivia Newter's John died.
Oh my God.
Feel like you didn't mean that, but maybe you did.
Why am I not seeing all the chat again? I didn't see the thing about Olivia Newton-John. Something must have broke. My chat has broken.
You
Chat
broke
has broken
chat.
for me. Last thing I see from Keith are most of ours are grimy.
Just my opinion. I was not happy with the Home Haunters Awards this year, how they did it.
Why is my chat not working?
I saw that and I kind of agree with you. Um, I feel like the way we're going to be doing this is going to be slightly different. We were talking about this a few days ago, actually. And a lot of this stuff is going to be done while I'm recovering from my surgery, so I'll have, actual time to sit down and focus on it without being distracted.
Oh, well, hey Ezekiel, I had to restart my chat. How you doing, buddy? I guess I'll have to go and look at all that 'cause I haven't. I'm telling you, I haven't. I've barely been at my house the past 2 weeks. Does anyone use PEX pipe? I'm wondering how flexible it is. Will it work for a cemetery arch as opposed to bending PVC? Um, I have not used PEX pipe before, although I have researched it. I was going to do some projects on my house. Apparently, PEX pipe does not like sunlight. Like PVC degrades over time in sun. Apparently, PEX pipe is worse. Like worse. So I don't know if it'd be something that you'd want to use. Um, I don't know unless you could cover it, like if you could protect it from UV.
Hey, cat.
Hey, cat. Ezekiel says I'm doing all right. Grateful to be alive. Absolutely resting mega.
Well,
Like
from what
you.
I've seen of PEX pipe, is it's very flexible, like probably
Oh yeah,
too flexible.
yeah. Well, that's true too.
It's
Um,
almost garden hose flexible, I would think.
yeah. It may not be rigid enough to do anything. I just know that um the application that I was going to use the PEX pipe for to replumb my house, which would have been on the edge of the house, I would have had to put it deeper into the house to get it out of the sunlight, or make sure that it was completely insulated and wrapped. Because, like I said, apparently two things that I wasn't impressed with as an outdoor application. It's highly reactive to UV, to sunlight, and apparently creatures can chew through it much easier than PVC. If they decide they want to chew upon it, then it's easier for them to breach. Yeah, Sean, you're right. It is. I think PEX pipe it's like almost something that they put into concrete, for the foundation or something, but or indoor use because it is so flexible, like James said. But I just I may use it on the inside, but I'm going to stick with. I'd love to redo the house with galvanized, but galvanized is entirely too expensive. I have a small fortune of galvanized pipe under my house, apparently, but it is now reaching its longevity of 60, 70, 80 years. Um, Other than that, haunt news has been very much, very much uh, lacking. Maybe better off using a steel garden hose. Yeah, I mean it's cheaper. Well, I don't know if garden hoses are cheaper than PEX or not, but
Nothing's cheap anymore.
nothing's. You're right, not a thing except that woman at Dollar General. Blah blah blah. Um, yeah, I'll definitely have to in the next couple days. I'll have to set aside some time to look at the Home Hunters Awards, see what all the gripe is about, because I literally have not. I have not been able to. Oh, a stiff garden hose. Yeah, got it. Hey, Vic, what's up?
Hey, Vic.
Vic says, to be honest, huh?
Oh, I said, hey, Vic.
Oh, sorry. Vic says, to be honest, the haunt thing this year has been pretty quiet and kind of blah. I agree. I I agree. There's the only fervor that I see is the small handful of individuals who, once again, they're more concerned about look what I can do and look at this and oh my gosh and aren't we cool and blue blah 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 blue instead of like hey we're really gonna rock y'all's world this year. Um, we're so excited to have you. It's not customer facing. It's more like oh look how much better we are than anybody else and blue. It's same old. But that's about it. Um, very few opening dates, very few dates announced, and we're going into the second week of August. Um, very weird.
I did
I
see
have
the
I have been
Legends of
trying
the
to.
Fog just released their um their hiring
Oh,
status for this year. That's
very cool.
Legends of the Fog's the place that we did that drive-through thing a couple of years ago.
Yes, and you're still going to Hershey Park, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
a doubtful on the Halloween Horror Nights though. I don't see it being worth
I
the
don't.
money.
I'm sorry. It's just no. Um, Well, we've all talked about my feelings with Harley. All talked about my feelings about Harley. All right. I'm still on the fence about possibly going to Louisiana for a weekend. I have not looked at car rental rates lately, so I'm on the fence. I'd rent a car to go. Maybe I'll do that sometime. See, my chat has complete the chat in is going to drive me crazy. I can see it already. But if the car rental rates aren't too horrendous, then I may go. I may go like for a quick trip in October.
Everything is so
Yeah.
high once again to buy shit, but the president said we're on under a recession, but yet they raised my car insurance almost $100 a month for no tickets. Now, you know what? It's funny. It's my insurance went up like $100 too, and we haven't had any claims or accidents or anything.
I am going to on this note of car insurance. Um, I never really watch TV. I see my parents every 2 weeks, and we sit there and chill out and watch our. And the commercial for auto insurance that OTTO came on, and I've been with Geico for like almost 19 years,
Yeah.
and they kept raising my rates, and I've just got literally like the Florida liability. I mean, it's just bare minimum. I've got a honestly, I've got an antique car at this point. For real, it's super cool, but I kept going like, why in the hell? Like, no accidents, no nothing, safe driver, low mileage, bibbity boppity boo, all that shit, and it kept going up. So finally, I was like, screw it. I tried that auto insurance thing, and I'll be damned if it didn't work. Um, and so I switched to State Farm. And I'm doing their Drive Safe and Save, which actually works really, really well. And my insurance is like $31 a month.
Must be
And with
nice.
Geico, it was let's be nice, bitches. With Geico, it was like I know this is still gonna be low to a lot of people, but it was like 56, $57 a month. And I'm like, and I've got more coverage with State Farm. And I've got roadside assistance. So I was like, holy shit. So yeah, it it totally worked. I was super skeptical. Um, but yeah. So I have a local agent here and $31 a month for the half a mile I drive to go work out and work at the center, and the occasional trip to Walmart. And I only put about maybe 100 to 150 miles on my car a month. I'm really low mileage.
$420 a month from Geico.
Jesus, bless.
Mine's not that bad.
Vic, this is a suggestion. I really would shop around. I, I, I had State Farm when I got State Farm when I was 16, and I left it because it became oddball. And then I can't remember who I went with. Then I went with Geico. So like Geico is about 19 or 20 years. And it got ludicrous. It got insane. And literally that auto insurance thing, I did it and it was doing all its magic and I ended up with State Farm. And State Farm like literally saved me almost 50% and I've got more coverage. And like I said, now I even have um, roadside assistance for $31. The Drive Safe and Save little thing that you put in your car, it actually works. There's some people that complain about it. Some people rave about it. I rave about it. I had to get away from Geico. Um,
Hey, Berlina.
Geico, hey Berlina, I went and researched it, and Geico actually in at the end of December raised their rates some percentage, and then 6 months later raised them again. So yeah, our milk hasn't gotten to $5 here. It's actually gone down just a few pennies.
Ours is.
Right if it's cool.
Ours is like 5. I think it's like 5.12 for whole milk, but you can get like 1% water milk for like 4.72.
Water milk. My next thing is to go try Aldi. I haven't been to Aldi's. We've got 2 or 3 of them now, so I need to go try Aldi's and see what their prices are. A friend of my neighbor though went and loved the great prices, and he's gone. He said, "Yep." He said it's all introductory prices. They've raised them up. That says if you start checking out other insurances and tell your insurance company you're probably changing off, and they come up with it. Yeah, I did that with Geico. I called them to cancel it because I made it where it all did it like my renewal with Geico, and the guy on super nice guy, and I told him straight up, I've always Geico's always been great and all that stuff, but y'all keep going up, and it's just for a car I barely drive. And I told he said, well, where'd you go? And I said, well, I already got State Farm. I'm making sure the transition's smooth. And he said, oh, let me go. And I told him the price, and he said, oh, let me go see what coverage you got. No, 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 tip, 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 tip on the computer. And literally, oh, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and start your cancellation process because they couldn't beat it. Like he didn't even try. He's super nice. I mean, he quote unquote tried, but when he saw the all the more coverage I was getting, he was like, "Oh yeah, let's just yep, I'm gonna hit the cancel button for you. Thank you for being a Geico member for 19 years." He said, "If you ever want to come back," I'm like, "Well, if you lower your prices, I might come back, but I doubt it." As he says, mine is $53 a month with Allstate, but I have a Firebird, so they always kick it up more. Oh yeah, um, they say there's discount for it. I don't see it. It says at our Dollar General milk is $1.75 a gallon. Holy shit! Are they selling expired milk? Because our Dollar General, it's like almost $6 a gallon. 'Cause I thought, let me see, let me shop around for my milk, and I'm like, plus I also don't like Dollar General because people probably spit in the milk. So that'll be next on my agenda is trying out Aldi. Just got to remember to bring bags. But yeah, I'm very pleased with State Farm. They're very nice people, and it can't beat the price. And my chat just stuck again. Jesus. Let's see what else. Do. Wait a minute. Let's see. Like I said, if I took a defensive driving course, I can save $48 over a 6-month period. I had to pay $15 to take the course, and I have a clean driving record. Yeah, I saw that on the Geico thing too, and I'm like, it was not worth the hassle. Oh, it's Dollar General Market. Yeah, see, Vic, it's yeah. I mean, our Dollar General is like $5 or $6 for a gallon of milk, and I wouldn't buy. For some reason, I can't. I would not trust Dollar General stores to keep their refrigeration like the correct temperature, which for milk is supposed to be below 40. 35 is the best. That says my youngest OCD cheap taught me to call many services. Be polite, say you like them, but can't. There's pricing. They usually come back down. Cable insurance, phone, etc. I will say that all of my bills, knock on some wood. I'm very fortunate. I have because it's just me at the house, and I am a spendthrift to a point. My bills are very low. Oh yeah, we do have like a grocery store type thing in a Dollar General. It's pretty ghetto too, and it's way far away from me. I've gone to it once, and I was like, I'm surprised and grossed out at the same time. Julie says, have insurance with Progressive, pay 274 for full coverage for 3 vehicles. Yep, I guess that's not too bad. That's a little under 100 per vehicle. Like I said, with mine, it's a 1993 Chevy Lumina. It's literally when I went to go renew my tag a month ago, even my tag renewal went down because it's now considered an antique car. which is hilarious, awesomely hilarious. But um, like it used to be $36. It's down to 21. It says I worked there for over a year. The stores are checked by health department or so. Well, or whoever it is. I can imagine that the health department would have to check, or I don't know. I'll just say it this way: I can't imagine our health department in this area caring too much about checking Dollar General's coolers, but maybe I'm wrong. I myself would just not the way all of our Dollar Generals look. I would be very leery of because I've also seen it where the milk is out in the aisles sometimes. So who knows how long it's sitting out in the aisles. I personally, our Dollar Generals here, I would not trust them because I'm literally too much of a milk connoisseur, and I will freak out. 'Cause I also would not want to sit there and have to return milk to a Dollar General because they're idiots. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Vic. It's not going to get any better as we get into the year, into the fourth quarter of the year. I think we're going to see some really bad numbers this year at haunted attractions because I think people, even though they want to have some escapism, they're not going to they're not going to bounce to different haunted attractions like they normally would. They're not going to spend $100 a person to go to 2 or 3 haunted attractions and have a family of 2, 4, or whatever. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think people are actually going to be more homebound this year for Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, I am, but I've been doing that for the past few years, unless I go to Louisiana, and even then, I probably won't hit all the ones that I normally do. I'll probably do like maybe two. Um, I want to see what the House of Shock turned into. I'm not going to worry so much about the mortuary. You know what? Actually, on the subject, let's see. What would I do if I went there? I wouldn't worry about the mortuary. I would definitely go see New Orleans Halloween Nightmare or whatever the hell it's called now. Used to be House of Shock. I would definitely go see 13th Gate, and then if there was time and energy, I would go see The Rise. So that's my order of things. New Orleans.
Dead End said he was surprised this year in sales. In what way were you surprised? Like, were there more sales than you expected or less?
I think last time he said it was more at THC.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just,
If
for
I'm recalling correctly
clarification's
in
sake.
my old age. But yeah, definitely. Um,
More. Okay. That's interesting. That's more that I mean, that's opposite of what I would expect, but I'm not an economist, so
oh, good. I figured out how to fix that.
Berlina, yeah, that's a good point. Berlina does a lot of plumbing stuff, I believe. So definitely the one to ask about the pecs.
Yeah, yeah. Berlin, I've got galvanized. Well, I've got everything. I've got PVC, CPVC, galvanized, copper, um, cast iron. I've got every imaginable. I've got terracotta. This house has got every imaginable type of plumbing you can imagine.
4 times more, huh? But that's from the smaller end, right? Like you're not talking like you didn't see people spending massive amounts on like the bigger stuff though, right? Like people are investing more money in like the more attainable items as opposed to the $50,000 distortions props.
Yeah, and that kind of brings up a unique perspective. It's like it's super ultra mega cool dead end that you were seeing stellar sales, but you may have been somebody selling some. Well, you were somebody selling some fantastic stuff, and you were probably reasonably priced. So, uh, it'd be interesting to see the general consensus. 'Cause I remember you saying that like THC was packed and everything, but doesn't necessarily mean unless you did like a survey of like X amount of folks in the whole arena. Um, that would be interesting to know. Like, what was the general consensus of, let's say, THC, um, as far as sales go? Lena, I have actually had to cut one of my galvanized pipes like in half to do repairs, and yes, there was an enormous amount of enormous amount of rust. That's why I have
Calcification, all
for the
kinds of good
system.
stuff.
Oh, that's okay, Denon. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Well, Berlina, we were talking about PEX earlier. I saw where PEX is more susceptible to sunlight, to UV. Like, so they say that you really should like cover it, which you should. Okay, no, no robot, no robot.
All right,
Cancel
Willie,
robot.
calm down.
Calm down. Oh my God! Don't you be telling me. Come here, robot. Hold on. I gotta tell the robot to be quiet now. Oh, I just broke the robot. Hold on, everybody. Okay, the robot's turned off. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell. It's Willie. Now I'm having issues. Damn it. For some reason you just hear a lot of commotion. Disregarded. Sitting here super
Willie's
comfortable in
over
my
there
chair.
causing problems over there.
Good God. Willie is not happy that I'm thinking about replumbing the house. He likes the old plumbing. Oh God, what did I miss?
MHC
Um,
was a crapshoot. Vic said he's seeing big makers take a lot of shortcuts.
yeah.
Sunlight does damage it. We were all talking at the end with other vendors and the organizers. That's cool. That's good.
That is
That's
cool.
exciting.
And thanks for clarifying that, Berlina, because excuse me. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Because I was going to redo everything in PEX under my house, but I was going to do it very close to the edge, like the plumbing is now. And of course, I was going to wrap it or insulate it. But I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with because I do get sunlight underneath the house. Um, and I didn't want to deal with it.
MHC is Midwest Haunters Convention.
Yep, they had that what in May. Also, Berlina, with Icy's question of using PEX for haunted stuff outside, I was like, it might not be the best of ideas because of the amount of sunlight it may actually get unless you protect it. That's how that whole conversation came about. Berlin, it would be my house is 115 years old and it's raised above the ground where you can actually just like bend over and see straight across to the other side. And the what I was gonna do is do the plumbing along the edge, outside edge of the house because the way my house is situated, I don't really need to put any plumbing into the internal, and so that it was easier accessible. And I was just kind of concerned that some of the areas of the house do get sunlight. I'm sure I'd be fine. I'm sure once I wrapped it, it'd be fine. Um, I may still go with PEX, but definitely within the next couple of years, I'm going to be replumbing the house, and it's extremely easy to do. My house is extremely easy to replumb. So I personally would like to put galvanized back because I like how galvanized has a much higher tensile strength than PVC, CVC, or PEX or copper.
You know,
But
copper's like the softest metal, so.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've got all the above. I've got I've got every plumbing material you can imagine in this house, and it has worked forever. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like Vic said, PEX, the tools to deal with PEX is a bit more expensive, and that's my thing too. My plumbing is not going to be a lot. The straight runs of my plumbing are going to be unusually easy. I don't have a lot of convoluted. So it's like one of those things like why would I want to buy a tool? And PEX tools are expensive for literally what would amount to just a few days worth of work for me. And PVC, when I priced it out, it's just cheaper. That's why I almost was thinking about just spending the money and going back to just redoing the galvanized because it's such a straight run. I'd like everybody to know that like you will not hear plumbing talk on any other.
Right?
Yeah, haunt affiliated live stream. As usual, we go around the world here. Plumbing talk on Haunters Anonymous. Use the pipe you wish to use. It's interesting though about using PEX for since it is bendable. So I'll have to look into it. Just for haunted stuff, especially if I cover it. Yeah, Berlina, that's that was the other thing too, is like I said, I'd put that pipe insulation over it, like the thick stuff. Because we get a few days of the year that are freezy McFreezers. And um I thought about it. Hey, Vic has haunt talk. He'll be molding 3/4 body soon. Woo. Woo.
3/4 bodies, huh?
That's the other thing too, is you're not hearing like anything from vendors. Like it's almost like Vic said, like people can't really afford to do much, to make much, to try and sell much. He says here in Alabama it needs to be 1 foot underground. Um, that's about what it is here, Belina. Anything that has to be underground, it's about a foot. When I've unburied some of the pipes, it's about a foot. I don't know if that's just how my family did it or what, but so I don't know what the law is, but and plumbing is a big part of haunting. It is.
I like
So
how
that's
we
why
always
I'm
have
like,
these random tie-ins. I like it. It works.
yeah, hell yeah. I mean, that is literally what this show is about. It's nothing. We should just call it Random Tie-ins, Anonymous. Hunter's Random Tie-ins. But the plumbing part I was gonna try to get done like sometime in the next half year to a year, and I'm thinking I've got other things I've really got to do. And the plumbing in the house, knock on wood, I had one issue that I had to fix, and I literally I just had to sever one of many galvanized pipes going into the inner sanctum of the underneath of the house, and like, boop, it's done for right now. And then any galvanized pipe that's buried will just stay buried when I redo it. Like I'm not gonna undo any of that shit. It can just stay there for like somebody comes and goes like, what the hell did this pipe go to? I was telling James for everybody that knows I'm doing a vampire ball on October 21st. There is a 90% chance that the week before on October 14th I'll be doing a double showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Hey Danny.
Hey, Danny.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Vic says car insurance, haunting, plumbing,
It's more
more
haunting.
haunting. That's true. How are
I
you doing,
got an
Danny?
idea that I want to bounce off. It's kind of I'm bouncing it off of you, but also everybody that's watching. So we did the whole. We have a Patreon set up that we don't actually use currently because it's Patreon and it's always been like, well, what are we gonna do for people that want to donate a monthly thing to be a part of something? And I was thinking about this, like, what if we started doing something like it'd be really cheap, it'd be like between $1 and $5 a month or something, but you get access to like videos that we do of for my end, it would be stuff for like coding and doing Arduino things, just simple stuff that you could take and replicate simply by watching like an easy how to do this video, and you could do stuff with LEDs and lighting and all
That's
kinds
true.
of
I'll
random
be doing
stuff like
stuff this
that.
year. Yeah. You know what you should do, James, is check in to buy me a coffee too.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it for literally anything. It doesn't have to be specifically for Patreon, and
Right.
it's stuff that we've kind of discussed and talked about things like previously. It's not something that like has an actual monetary value at all, but it would just be a way for people to help support the show and get something out of it. Because I
Yeah.
really wouldn't even have a problem doing it for free, but everything that we have been doing is costing money, and then with the show coming and everything, that's a ton of money. And I don't want to just ask people for money, like I would rather if they have an idea and they're interested in learning, Arduino things and doing automation and simple robotic stuff, how to set these things up using the Adafruit, um, you know, the LCD eyes, crap
Are you
like
gonna?
that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all about it, and we'll take surveys, and hell, I'll start it because I am going to be doing some LED projects. Are you going to try to do the Adafruit eyes this year or something?
I might. I need to get some. I mean, I actually have a tiny LCD screen that I can do stuff with. Um, I just haven't really put a whole lot into it. Vic said he needs the link for the sponsorship. Hold on, Vic. I got you.
And my chat has fried out again, but now I know I can do this. And now I can do this. I can hit this, and live chat works again. Rolina says, for props, I think PVC pipe would probably be better for strength, but PEX pipe would be good for lightweight stuff since it's bendable and kind of lightweight. Yes. Oh, that freaked me out. The link coming up freaked me out, everybody. So you know. Sean says, let's see. Sean says, so might have missed something, question mark, but I thought that Icy Monster was looking to see what they use for something for an arch or cemetery. Uh, yeah. I don't recall if it was specifically for an arch for a cemetery, but they were wanting to know about anybody using PEX for stuff outside or haunting.
How rigid is PEX, Berlina, since you're here now? Like it's not super rigid, right?
No. It's, excuse me. From what I remember when I researched it and looked at it, it's semi-rigid, unlike Vickett truck stops. um, but not as like I know a lot of people will use thick wall PVC to do stuff. You know, like a half inch or whatever, like a thick wall. Yeah, okay, so it was cemetery time from between two columns. Yeah.
So it's just to hang
And
it though. It's not. You're not like making an actual arch where you need the rigidity.
or do you?
I have to visualize it for me to actually understand what
Berlina's
specifically
like Peck's
PEX
rigid
rigid.
question mark.
So it's not is what I'm taking from that comment.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks to me, it looks like it bends easier than a garden hose. Just from what I've only seen people installing it like on TV. I'm not a PEX expert by any means. A PEXpert.
Expert. I personally think if it were me, just to be sure, since it's going to be outdoors probably for a while, I would still heat and bend like thick wall PVC because it's tried and true. That's right. It does come in rolls. She's right. Or she's right. I was trying to remember how the hell it actually you would buy it, and it's in rolls. So I see probably PEX may not be the way to go. I really personally would stick with thick wall PVC.
Yeah, because I don't think it's going to be nearly rigid enough to do that.
Uh-uh. And you'll spend a chunk of money as an experiment to find out it probably wouldn't work. Oddly enough, though, now that Berlina has reminded me that it comes in a roll, I wonder how translucent it is. You know what I mean?
Mm,
You use it like for put some really bright, like a bright string of like a pixel LED or something in there.
maybe,
Of
but
course,
it's usually like
it's not
blue or red, isn't it?
blue.
It's
Yeah. So it wouldn't be like something. Yeah. So you wouldn't really be able to use it to do color changing. But if you had an application where you wanted one of the two colors, you could put like some really bright, like white LEDs in it. Could you kind of do like a fake neon or something? Not as tight bendable, but just something
yeah. I get
weird.
what you're saying now.
I may actually go and see. I'm gonna bring a flashlight with me to Lowe's. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, bitch? None of your worries, bitch. X is good stuff. You can bend it, and it's pretty thick walled.
Monster
Yeah.
Misfits, thank you for becoming a sponsor
Thank you,
again.
Monster Misfits. Again, if you go to Lowe's and look, they have it in small pieces, so you can look at to see if you like it or not. Which is also true. I may go fetch a small piece. Um, well, that's cool, Sean. That's very nice of you. Lena says you can see the water running through it.
You get the
Oh,
clear
do they
ones.
have clear Plex? Oh, okay. Well, in the next week or so, I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I'm gonna go Home Depot. I'm gonna go check out some Plex because I think that's pretty
Hey,
cool.
check out my pecs.
Yee, my clear Plex as opposed to my not clear Plex. That is super cool. 'Cause I'm trying to. There's ways to make your own neon type ish stuff, but it turns out to be it starts getting expensive.
Yeah.
Or off white, not clear. That's fine though, as long as it's not like a definitive color like blue or red. Like if you can get something that's because you'd want it diffused anyway. You wouldn't want something that would look like glass or whatever. I mean, you'd want it to be like a diffused, kind of like a milk jug.
I like that
Kinda like
idea,
a milk
dude.
jug.
I completely see what you're talking about with pixel LEDs
Yeah,
inside of it. Yeah.
yeah. See, and see if you do the strips, like if you don't just run, like if you ran like just a string of lights through it, you 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 would get hot spots.
Yeah.
But if you did like the LED strips, and made it where it was on one side of the wall facing out, it would diffuse enough, and it would look. You could do like a fake neon with it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go find a short piece, um, the next week or so, and just give it a try, just to see what it looked like. I think it makes some kind of cool. Of course, then you go back to the whole pure sunlight thing. How long will it actually last? But is if you do it and it lasts for one or two seasons, and then you just yank the strip out of it and do it again. Because I'm not looking to do something super elaborate with it. That it takes me hours to make, but um, hmm, that would be really cool for Christmas too. But how James, how long did you want the show to run tonight? Because we've already talked an hour, believe it or not.
Yep, we can call it.
Oh, okay. We have gone around the world.
Yes,
Of course,
indeed.
Dane just got here, so she's going to be upset. Um, but folks, man, an hour has gone by that quick because y'all are so awesome and keep the conversation going. Um, we'll definitely wrap it up though. I've got a crazy bunch of couple of days coming. I see probably so, but you wonder if it would crack or not. But um, yeah, folks, we're gonna head it out. As always, um, oh, Berlina sent pics. Keith, I'll get that stuff posted to Cobwebs very shortly. As always, man, y'all are boys and girls, y'all are fantastic. Thank you so much for being there, Vic. Thanks for the sponsorship again. Um, everybody, stay safe. We'll see you next Thursday. I'm gonna pass it to James.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. It was really an interesting conversation tonight.
Okay.
Pretty slow on the haunt side, but there was a lot of good stuff, and actually some ideas came out of this. So
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Next Thursday we should be okay. I've got my surgery on Monday, but I think I'll be all right. So it really shouldn't be an issue. I'll let you know by Wednesday though, if I'm having any problems. Um, so we'll at least give you a day's notice. And that's it for this week. So we should see you next week. And again, thank you everybody for being here. Monster Misfits, thank you again for your sponsorship. Um, you guys are awesome. And we will see you very soon.
Thanks, folks. Take care.